Good morning, dear 10th class students. How are you all? Hope you are fine and you are preparing well for your examinations. You all know that 10th class is a very crucial period. You have to prepare well for your examinations from the beginning itself. Okay, students? So, today I am going to tell you something about the importance of time. The topic is time management. That means how we have to manage our time. Before I say something about this time management, let me tell you about a small incident. All of you pay attention. Once a professor in a college was addressing his students. So, in that hall, on the table, he placed a big jar, a plastic jar or a glass jar. And in that jar, he dropped a few big stones, let's say 5 to 8 stones. And after dropping the last stone, it came to the brim. It was almost full. So I asked the students, look at this jar and tell me if the jar is full. They all looked at the jar and they found a lot of big stones inside the jar and it was full. So they all replied, yes sir, the jar is full. Then after that, the professor brought few pebbles, small stones, and again started dropping the stones into the jar, and they rolled down in between the stones, and he shook the jar and he was able to drop in a few pebbles inside the jar. And the students were looking with amazement. After dropping all the pebbles inside and shaking the jar a little bit so that the pebbles will get inside, he asked the students once again, students, look at the jar. Is the jar full? They all looked at the jar and said, yes sir, the jar is full. Okay. Then the professor brought a little bit of sand and started pouring the sand into the jar. And he was now and then shaking the jar so that the more sand will go inside in between the stones and pebbles. So the sand came up to the brim. Then once again he asked the students, look at the jar and tell me if the jar is full. They once again looked at the jar and this time they did not know first what to say, but later they said, yes sir, the jar is full and we cannot drop anything more inside the jar. Okay, he said. Then he brought a mug of water and started pouring the water slowly into the jar. The water was going inside slowly. So half of the mug water he poured into the jar until the water came up to the brim. Then he asked, is the jar full? They all said, yes, the jar is full now. We cannot put anything more into the jar. So this is the experiment the professor made in front of the students and said to them, the big stones or the rocks first I dropped into the jar are the bigger priorities in life. And the pebbles I dropped, or the sand I dropped, or the water I poured into the jar, they are the smaller priorities in life. Suppose you take a jar and at first you fill it with sand and water, then there won't be any place for dropping pebbles or stones. They won't get inside. Through this experiment, we tried to explain to them that in life we have to give first priority to bigger things in life, not unimportant or not small things. First, we have to take up the bigger priorities which are the most important in our life. Then we can automatically take up the smaller priorities also in life. So, this is the experiment the professor made in front of the students. Okay, students, now I will talk about a few tips for the time management. A few tips for the time management, because you all know that the time is very precious. Once we waste the time or once we lose the time, we don't get back the time. Okay, children, listen carefully. You know that all successful people follow time. You take the example of any successful man or woman, they all follow time. They gave utmost importance to time. They never wasted the time in their life. That is why they became successful in their lives. Napoleon, you all know Napoleon, ruler. He said, I may lose the kingdom but not my time. I may lose the kingdom but not my time. Which shows that he gave a lot of importance to time in his life. Generally what we do is, the time is divided into three parts: past, present and future. And we think about the past happenings, what happened in the past, and we start worrying about the things. We start worrying about the things in the past, and we don't give importance to our future. We forget about the present. So we will be in the past and get worried about the future. We live in the past and we get worried about the future. What will happen to me? How can I do that? Will I be able to do that? Will I be able to complete my tasks? This is how we will be worrying about the future when we think about the past, and we completely forget about the present. We ignore the present. But we all know that we should live in the present. Make use of the present time to the maximum possible. Okay, children. A wise man will never cry for the past, and he will never worry about the future. A wise man will never cry about the past, and he will never worry about the future. So what we should concentrate on is the present time. How best we can make use of our present. Present is the most important. So we have to make use of the present successfully, effectively and fruitfully. Spend the present time successfully, effectively and fruitfully. So we should always take care of the present, not get worried about the future. So we should give priority. What is most important and what is most urgent? Those tasks only we should take up. What is most important now and what is most or what is very urgent. What we should complete immediately, urgent. So we have to think about, we have to give priority, importance to what is important now, what is urgent now. So I can say there are two types of people and how they spend the time. So the first type of people are monochronic people. They are called monochronic people. Monochronic people. They work very systematically. They complete the task one by one. Starting from the first one, next, second, third, fourth. They try to do all the tasks in order very systematically. And they complete the work. They don't think about what is important and what is urgent. They will complete all the tasks. Monochronic people complete all the tasks starting from the first one, second one, third one. and they don't know what is important and what is urgent. So these are called monochronic people. And second type of people are polychronic people. Polychronic people. These people are very intelligent people. Polychronic people are very intelligent people. They take up the task according to the priority and what is urgent. They start doing what is priority, what is important now, or what is urgent now. In that way, they arrange all the tasks. They plan out what should be done first, what is most important now. Accordingly, they start doing. Sometimes they take up 2 or 3 tasks at a time. 2 or 3 tasks which can be done together instead of taking the tasks one by one. So polychronic people are very intelligent people. They plan how to do all the tasks, how to complete all the tasks, what is most important now, what is urgent now. They begin with that. Okay. So they know how to manage the time. These polychronic people, they know how to manage the time. So we can say we are all monochronic people. We try to do all the works, first one, second one, third one, fourth one, but not like that. We should be like polychronic people who should be very intelligent, plan out the works, we should know what is important, what is urgent, and we should do accordingly. Sometimes we can also take up 2-3 tasks at a time. Okay, children. Now, first we have to prepare a list of what to do and what not to do. What to do and what not to do. There are so many things in our life which we should do, and there are also some unimportant things, not necessary things that we should not do. So prepare a list what we should do and what we should not do. How to do, that is also important. How to complete that task. Okay. So we can also take up all the activities. And first of all, we should train our mind. So from our mind we should remove I don't have time. We should not have this concept in mind. I don't have time. I can't do this now. Please remove these things from your dictionary. I don't have time. I can't do it now. These things you should remove it from your dictionary, because every successful person, everyone in the world, all of us have only 24 hours a day. Okay, most successful people, every person, everyone has only 24 hours a day. Okay, so all have time, all have same time. So CEO of PepsiCo company, her name Indra Nooyi, CEO of PepsiCo company. She used to keep a notebook at her bedside every day, and whenever she gets some ideas, immediately she takes the book and note down in that book her ideas, or what she should do immediately, what is important task, urgent task. Immediately she used to note down in the notebook, and so that she will not forget, she will check whether she has done the works or not. So we have to write down somewhere all the tasks that we have to complete, which are most important and which are urgent. So whatever all the important things you have to note down in a book. And there are also so many not important things, not to do list. Prepare another not to do list. So there are some things we do in our life which waste our time, which waste our mind, and which waste our energy. So many activities we are involved in which waste our time and energy. For example, watching TV. We have to watch TV sometime for relaxation. We cannot watch the TV all the time. Playing games, that's also important. But we cannot spend all the time in playing games. Meeting friends, that's also important. but we have to think whether it is important now, it is urgent now, or is there anything else more important than meeting friends now, or more urgent than meeting friends now. So let's not waste our time in unimportant things which are not very necessary in our lives, because anything excess is waste of time, it's poison. Anything excess, for example, if you food is very delicious, very tasty, you like it so much, you start eating more and more, you eat. If you eat more than what you can eat, that will become poison in your stomach. You will get so many other troubles, stomach pain, motions and so on. So watching TV all the time, your eyes will strain and you will get headache, you cannot do other tasks. So anything excess is poison, it's a waste of time. Okay children, everything should be in limit. Watching TV, chatting with friends, whatever we do, it should be in limit. Now you have already completed 2 months of studying your lessons. Okay children, because you are in 10th class, first you should set up your goals. Set up your goals. What are the goals in your life? And plan out how to reach your goal. How to reach your, there are so many steps that will help you to reach your goal. Even a journey of 1,000 miles begins with the first step. Unless you take up the first step, you cannot reach the end point of your journey. So first you find out, or you should set up the goals in your life, and you plan out how to reach your goals. So we are talking about goals in our lives. All of us should have goals in our lives. So these goals will help you to work out properly without wasting your time. So first set goals, and your goals will help you to work out without wasting your time, and you will achieve what you want to achieve. If you have a goal, definitely you will work for it and you will try to achieve it. So first set your goal, set your target in life. Keep your short-term goals and long-term goals. There are two types of goals: short-term goals and long-term goals. So if you have a long-term goal, for example, I want to become an IAS officer in my life. That is the long-term goal, because it takes many years time for me to reach that point, to become an IAS officer. And short-term goals, the goals which help me to reach that long-term goal, which help me to become an IAS officer. That means how I have to study today, this week, this month, this year. Like this, you have to plan out. So all these steps will help you to achieve your long-term goal in life. So you should have long-term goal and short-term goals which will help you to reach that long-term goal. So all of you keep this long-term goal and short-term goals in your lives, and prepare a planning strategy. All of you should have a plan, proper plan, and how you can execute your plan. How to achieve my goal? This question should be always in mind. How to achieve my goals? So ambitious people who want to reach their goals, they will never take rest. They will never take rest. They will never relax until they reach the goal in life. Okay? Let's not waste time in unnecessary things, but use that time to reach our goal in life. Don't say, I don't have time for that. I don't have time for learning this answer. I don't have time for completing this project work. We should never say. We should remove that concept from our mind, saying, I don't have time. That is a wrong concept in life. Don't say I don't have time for that. Just say it's a matter of 10 minutes. It's a matter of half an hour, or it's a matter of 1 hour. So that is positive attitude. Instead of saying I don't have time for it, you can say it's a matter of just 10 minutes, or it's a matter of an half an hour. I will complete it and do the next work. But never say I don't have time, so I will not do this. Because all people, all successful people complete every task. They also have same 24 hours in a day. So that is the second important point. Set up goals and have a planning. Set up goals and have a proper planning in life. And third important point what I want to say is wake up early. Every day you try to wake up early. I know most of you wake up from sleep and start doing something at 6 o'clock, 6:30 or 7 o'clock or even at 7:30. Try to wake up early so that you can complete many tasks. You begin the day late, every work in the day will be late, incomplete. So try to wake up. Maybe half an hour early, try to wake up. Or if more tasks are there to be completed, 1 hour early, try to wake up and start doing things. And you will complete before the end of the day. So second important point is wake up early. Suppose you are starting on a journey. You have to reach the railway station to catch the train. If the train is at 1 p.m., will you start from your house at 12:30 p.m.? No. You will start very early. You will calculate the time and you start very early and you will reach the station before half an hour. If the train is at 1 p.m., you will try to reach the station at least by 12 or 12:30 p.m. Because you try to start from your home early, calculating the time and obstacles on the way to reach. Similarly, in life also we have to achieve so many things, we have to plan for that and we have to wake up early. So all of you try to wake up early. Don't give trouble to your parents to wake you up from bed. You yourself should wake up and start doing your tasks. So waking up early makes a lot of difference in life. It makes a lot of difference in life. So try to wake up early. And fourth, another important task is delegate the work. Delegate meaning distribute the work. Suppose in a company, one manager is there, he has to complete some task within 3 days time. He can do that by delegating the task to his subordinates. Divide the work among other people who can do this. That is also a good planning. So you also can delegate the work. Some things are there to write. Three or four friends sit together and you plan out who will do what task. So this also will help you to complete your task in the given time. So delegate the work. Don't take up all the work on your shoulders. That will not give any fruitful result. Try to divide the work if it is necessary. So don't think that I am perfect, I only can do this work, I will not give this work to anybody. That's not the correct thing. So if you try to do everything by yourself, you are wasting more of your energy and time. So wherever there is a possibility, you should delegate the work, distribute the work to other people. So if you think that other people cannot do that work, you can train them, give them training, you believe them that they can do it and you entrust the work to them. This is mainly for the people who are doing different assignments, different jobs, not much about you. So if you control the minutes, then hours will be in your hands. Try to control the minutes that you are wasting. If you can control the minutes without wasting them, then at the end you will find you have many hours in hand where you can do complete lot of tasks, lot of work. Okay, children, try to control the minutes which you are wasting with unnecessary things, unnecessary chatting, unnecessary playing, unnecessary watching, unnecessarily going out. So control these minutes and you will find hours in your hands. So always past is history, future is mystery, present is a gift. Past is history, is past. Don't worry about what happened. So future is a mystery. We do not know what will happen. It is a mystery. But present is a gift in our hands. Present is a gift in our hands. So we have to make use of the present which is in our hands. Okay. So invest your time to do right things in the right way. Invest your time to do right things in the right way. Children? Okay, good. So all successful people, for example, Bill Gates, Narayana Murthy, about whom we have studied, Narendra Modi, the Prime Minister of our country, all these people have 24 hours only, not even 24 hours and 1 minute or 1 second extra. But they all became successful people because they have set up their goals in life and with a plan they work to reach their goals. So life is like a journey. You plan. You should not be like driving a car without steering. Can you drive a car which does not have steering? It will go and dash somewhere. So steering is like proper planning in our lives. You should have planning. Plan well in advance. Don't think that exams will be in the month of March or April. That time I will start. In the month of beginning of March I will start studying. You will study, but you cannot achieve your goals. What you want to achieve in life, you cannot achieve. You will fail miserably. So when you have time in hand, you plan out and do the task according to the plan. So plan out well in advance. Okay, children. So prepare a timetable and stick it in your room in the house, and accordingly you try to do all the tasks. So a timetable, a plan is very, very important. You have to start now itself. Don't say to yourself, there is time, so many months time is there. Don't say, because we do not know what will happen in future. And don't work just for marks. You work for knowledge. Don't work just for gaining some marks. First, you should have knowledge. So work for knowledge which can never be stolen from you. Okay, children, this is what I want to tell you. All the best.